But who is chosen is the question.
And we will bring
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchman.
For he has visited and redeemed his people.
Set up the watchman mean put the nation in order.
This is how we do what? Stay holy in the Lord. This is how we deal with the commandments of God. All right? Not in the church. The church is teaching you lies. That's the problem with the church. They have the Bible, but they don't teach the Bible. They have the Bible, the pastor opens up one thing, one little scripture, and then he goes on a rant for the rest of the hour. Right? When you come to our school, we call it a school of learning. Because church, give me the definition of church, so they know what church means. All right? Because church is not the building, church is the people. Okay? 7 and 51, I believe. 38.
Acts 7 to 38.
Now you can go. Stay quiet for a second.
Acts chapter 7, verse 37. This is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall the Lord your God rise up unto you, like unto your brethren. Him shall ye hear. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake to him in Mount Sinai.
Right. So it says that it was this Moses that was in the church in the wilderness, right? So in the wilderness, when they were back during the times of Egypt, there was no church there. So church is the people, the Israelites are the church. All right. So you sisters, myself, we are the church, right? So when we come to our place, it's known as the school, because you actually sit down. You have to have your Bible, pad, pens, and everything, so you can learn. And then what? As you learn, you'll be able to go back and say, listen, let me see what this guy's talking about. Is he on point? Is he lying to me? What's happening? Okay, that's how we learn. And that's how you're going to be able to understand the Bible and know God. You can't know God if you're in the church, because the church will not tell you, sister, you cannot wear pants. Sister, you know, it's best if you don't put up, well, put it like this. There's no commandment saying don't put weave in your hair, but the Lord is telling you don't put weave in your hair. Why? Because you're following your enemy. Your enemy has hair like that. So why are you doing that? You're trying to fit in. You understand? Come on, where are we at before? That's it, come on.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 9. For I am the least of the apostles, that I am not meet to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God.
Right. Prosecuted the church of God, meaning what? The Israelites, the ones who came back to the understanding of Christ. That was Paul talking. Okay? So now, our main thing here is what? It's change. Give me that Psalms 19 again. That we can change, sis. That's the whole thing. We can change. And how do we do it? We do it with the laws. Because I can tell you to change. You can say, all right, change what? I can say, make your hair long. You grow your hair out. What's up? But now you need to know how to change your behavior to where the Lord is going to accept it. That's what this is about. Come on.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Stop. It says the laws of God are perfect. Because people say nobody's perfect, or nobody can be perfect. Stop right there. Give me the one in Matthew. All right? I'm going to show you something. Because you can't believe what everybody's saying. What they mean, what they're saying is not really what the Bible is saying. Because somebody might say you're not perfect. Is that wrong? No, that's not wrong. Because none of us are perfect. All right? None of us are perfect. But can you become perfect? Yes. Watch this stuff.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect.
Stop. Be ye therefore perfect. This is coming out of the mouth of Jesus, right? Read.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
Now what does he mean by that? Now we know that we're not perfect, because we might cross the street, trip on the sidewalk, spill some juice. How that's gonna stop? We're gonna show you that. That's it on that? Yeah. Right? I read that. Go back to Psalms. Yeah. Listen to this.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
Stop. The laws of God are perfect. Doing what?
Converting the soul.
So what does the word convert mean? Exactly. right? Change the soul, change you. That's how. Why? Because before you wear pants, now you want to keep the laws. You say, I'm not wearing pants anymore. I used to work on the Sabbath. Now I'm not working the Sabbath anymore. How do I keep the laws holy? Now I'm showing up and I'm congregating with my brethren. I'm now starting to keep the laws. I'm starting to change, starting to convert. I used to steal. I don't steal anymore. I used to extort money out of my neighbor. Now I don't do it anymore. I used to buy and sell on the Sabbath. Now I don't do that anymore. You're gonna find out there's another way to live. It's not impossible because we do it. You understand? We do it. We don't buy anything on the Sabbath. We don't sell on the Sabbath. Sometimes, just to be totally honest, sometimes we may, a brother may forget to put gas in his car or something like that, and he may have to gas up on that day, or else he'll, you know, his car be on the side of the road, right? So that may happen, but you have what's known as grace. That's what you have known as your grace time. Right. Let's get grace. Because grace is what? Okay, since you got a question.
Sabbath is on Saturday.
Yes, the Sabbath is, that's actually in Spanish, right? Because you're from the tribe of Zebulun. Do you speak any Spanish at all?
With my parents a little bit.
Okay, what is the word for Saturday in Spanish? You don't know? Can't remember?
Sábado.
Right?
Sábado.
Sábado, right? So sábado, right? So sábado, S-A-B, is really what? Sabbath. That's that's
It wasn't some type of someone, if I remember reading, was someone in the Catholic Church
Yes.
changed it to Sunday.
Absolutely.
But because we were originally
Yes.
using the Saturday as a
Yes,
Sabbath.
that's exactly correct.
Changed it.
And they switched it. Why? Because that's their own doctrine. They're not working with the Bible. They're working on their own religion. That's why when you see this guy here, you see this, Mom?
211?
Yes, 211. Right, not yet. You see this? As I was explaining to the sister, what's your name, sis? I'm sorry. Leticia? Okay, Leticia. What's your name? Azina? Azina. Oh, Ticia. Oh, Ludicia. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, got it. And Gina, right? My name is Sakai, right? What we explained to Ludicia earlier was that this person here that we all thought was Jesus Christ is not actually Jesus Christ. This man here and this man here, all these pictures are him. Sees abortion. Okay, this is actually in a book. You can find this book anywhere. It's called Abortions, actually. I have the book at home, right? And it shows you that Leonardo da Vinci actually started making pictures of him as the Renaissance Jesus Christ and used his father, Rodrigo, as the pictures of God. So when you see that picture, you ever see the picture where they're touching like this? That's actually him and his father. Right. And they were called the Renaissance Jesus or the Renaissance God. The rebirth of what? The so-called white people. That's what the rebirth meant. Because at that time, our people, we were running Europe. And they were in the Caucasus Mountains. That's why they're called the Caucasians. They were up in the Caucasus Mountains in the cave. They got themselves together. Then they were underneath us in Spain. Okay, I have a question for you. The first slaves that came to America, where were they from? Black slaves. Okay, right from Africa. But when we read the history books, the first black slaves came from Spain.
Spain?
Spain.
I know there's the Moors in Spain.
Because the Moors are the Israelites.
Right.
Right. The Moors you know what Moor means? Moor is another word for black. That's what it means. That's why you have the word moreno. Right? That's where all that comes from. So when we went over there in Europe, we were running Europe. Those were the Moors. So now, when the Edomites, that's the white people, that's their biblical name, when they started to raise up, that's when they now started to kick all of the Jews out, which were the Moors. Right. There's a book. I don't have the book with me. I forgot the title. But the book says that during that time, there was no such thing as a white Jew. Nobody even had seen that. Nobody had seen that. Right. But there were people calling themselves Jewish due to the fact that way back before that, they were these certain Edomites. They were under our control, and we told them, you're either going to keep the laws or we're going to have to kill you. So they kept the laws. That's why you have Herod, that's in the Bible during the time of Christ. He is a white man. But the Israelites are not white. Herod is called the king of Judea. He was placed there by the Greeks. Okay? So that's how he became there. And he was a Jewish guy. That's why as you read through the scriptures, it tells you that Herod knew the laws because he went to school with the Israelites and he learned the laws. That's why he was chosen as the king, because he understood their laws. But he was never a Jew. Okay? He was never a Jew. So you, sister, where's your father from?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, so is he a black man?
Yeah.
So if he's an American black man, that means you come from the tribe of Judah. Okay?
I'm from Cherokee Indian.
Oh, Cherokee Indian, that means he's from the tribe of Reuben, down in Florida, right? So that's the tribe of Reuben down there, okay? We even have books that show you that when the white people came to America and they spoke to a couple of the Native Americans, they spoke to a man from the tribe of Reuben, and they asked him, where are your brothers? He said, they're out there in the islands. And he pointed out to Puerto Rico, and he pointed out to Cuba, and said, that's our family out there. You understand? So all of our tribes are connected. So-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Dominicans, so-called West Indians, and America. We're all one people. We just have been divided up, okay, in different lands, and we had different mixtures. So you have a brother looking like him, you have a sister looking like you, brother looking like me. We have different looks to us, but we're the same people. Okay? We come from the same tribe. Right. You understand? So we can't get confused like, oh, a brother who's Puerto Rican, he's from the tribe of Ephraim. We're gonna say, oh, how's he related to me? Well, you need to go to Puerto Rico and take a look. Puerto Rico has shades, give me that in Hosea. Puerto Rico and Cuba, right? They have shades ranging from very, very dark to very light, right? This brother knows that, right? Listen to what the Bible said. Now this prophecy here is directly to the so-called Hispanics in the nation of Israel. Okay, you got something for me?
Well, that's when they change the Sunday for the Sabbath.
Oh man, we're gonna pull that out in a second. That's beautiful, okay? Oh, that's excellent. You got that book. We're gonna tell you something.
Hosea chapter 7 verse 8. Ephraim, he has mixed himself among the people.
So it says Ephraim. Ephraim is what? The so-called Puerto Ricans. Oh, you Puerto Rican, bro? Right? It says he has mixed himself among the people. Because when they were in slavery, right, in Assyria, those were the Assyrians. And Ephraim, meaning the whole 10 tribes, because the so-called Puerto Ricans are the head of the rest of the so-called Hispanic tribes. That's how the Lord set it up, right? Ephraim is the head. So it said Ephraim mixed himself amongst the people. So Ephraim was cool because Ephraim had left the laws and was like, listen, I'm gonna get me an Assyrian woman. The sister was like, I'm gonna get me an Assyrian man, we mix it. So you had to change the mix starter. Ephraim used to be very, very dark. Very dark. When you see going back into Joseph, who's the forefather, pictures of Joseph in England, in Egypt, Joseph is black as charcoal. Okay? But then he started to mix, so now you have a different range. You got the very dark Puerto Rican still, and then you have the light.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.